Welcome to bonus exercise number 7. We're now officially on the other side, so to speak. We've gone through the entire 10 beginner lesson series, we've taken and passed our piano exam, and now it's time to apply everything we've learned and get ready to play 3 terrific songs on the piano. Now there are 2 things that are going to be different from this point on. The first is that we're going to play all our assignments in what I had previously described as 4/4 time. Now if you remember from lesson 7, I said that 4/4 time, or common time as it's also known, is comprised of 4 beats. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this count of 4 beats can be heard in just about every piece of popular music that you hear on the radio today. Now the second change in the way that I'm going to conduct our piano assignments from now up until at least the end of this DVD is that I'm no longer going to focus on each individual hand separately. We're still going to learn everything slowly, thoroughly, and 1 beat at a time. But I'm going to assume that since we all passed our piano exam and we're now on the more advanced materials, we're all professionals here at this point. But before we jump into our first piano song, I want us to practice a couple of quick exercises that will get us warmed up for the more advanced playing styles we're going to need to perform in our piano songs. Now if you scored a good grade on the piano test, then this next exercise should really be a piece of cake, because we'll basically be using the same notes all over again, except now I've added a few extra notes here and there, and we're going to be playing this next assignment in 4/4 time. Also, there's one other thing I want to point out real quick, and it's one of the visual aids I like to use in my videos, and you may have noticed this a couple of lessons ago. This lower subtext of numbers will appear as we're playing through the beats of our piano assignments. And what these yellow numbers are trying to tell us is that we've got another group of numbers coming up after we play through the current sequence of numbers already on our screen. And because we've only got a limited amount of space on our screen, this is just my way of simulating how piano players need to suddenly glance ahead at the next bar of notes coming up whenever you're sight reading on the piano. So the way these yellow numbers are going to help us out is by letting us know which numbers we'll need to play next as we approach the end of the numbers we're currently playing on screen. So, for example, if I'm currently playing this passage of notes, before I reach the end of it, the yellow subtitles will appear on screen and give me a heads up of what's coming up next. And rather than let this be a distraction for me, all I need to do is quickly glance at the first few numbers in the subtitle so that I have a basic idea of where my fingers need to be a split second after my 4th beat. And as I said, this is really just a simulation of what it's like to play piano and sight read using sheet music. Because as you're actively playing any piano piece, you still need to constantly glance ahead at the notes you're about to play next. That way you'll continually be able to make a smooth transition from one measure or one bar of notes to the next. So with that said, let's get both our hands in their proper C hand positions on the keyboard, and let's play our first piano assignment in 4/4 time. But just remember, we're going to begin playing this exercise using both hands at the same time. Alright, so that should have sounded somewhat similar to the piano test we just completed. And you probably noticed I used the same drum beat as well. The only difference was the few extra notes you played every once in a while, and the fact that this exercise was played to the beat of 4. So now that we've had our first experience playing piano in 4/4 time, let's practice one more of these warm-up exercises, but this time I'm going to mix it up a little bit more and make it a bit more complicated.